Set off in search of satisfaction, rattling my replacement heart of gold. I'm coming back to join the cast of Carmen. I never sung a single song before. I don't really care where I stand in the winner's circle. Make room for a man from the middle with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference to me. I don't understand what you're saying, only kinda listen. Make room for a man on a mission with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference.
Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. Who's all with me? Who's all with me?
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Some serious pride on the line in this contest as these two divisional rivals take the field together for the first time this season. Almost a playoff atmosphere surrounding the game between these two bitter opponents. It's the Bengals going up against the Steelers. So with that, let's get up to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. On the call, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Coming up, it's a rematch for last year's AFC wildcard round between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they could be well set up for the rest of the year.
And this will be a touchback, and as we saw in Week 1, the new rule, this one coming out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by a man in his 6th season now from TCU. It's Andy Dalton.
Andy Dalton has developed into the unquestioned leader of the Cincinnati Bengals, and when he got hurt in the 2015 season, there went their chances to try and get to the Super Bowl.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play. Dalton to his favorite target, Green. And even 40 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. 2nd down following the run. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Deep drop. To the left side here for Eifert. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Eifert, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Just how they wanted to start this one, in the end zone on their first possession.
And that just happened. How about that play right there? As you said, opening possession, setting the tone for everything. Now, I'm going to look forward a little bit now because everyone should be celebrating his catch in the end zone. The tight end gets a little bit of love. But if you're a receiver on the team, you should be thinking to yourself, boy, oh boy, things are going to open up the rest of the game if they have to focus on him as well.
So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by a man who's becoming an elder statesman among quarterbacks in the league, drafted back in 2004. It's Ben Roethlisberger.
And when you talk about the best quarterbacks in the NFL, you have to talk about Ben Roethlisberger. And he's used to competition. Remember the class he came out of in 2004 with Eli Manning and Phillip Rivers also available.
How many do you think envisioned the greatness of that class at the time?
I don't think to the levels that we've seen. Potential, no doubt. But how many Super Bowls collectively have these guys won?
A lot. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on it and then let him run.
He's got some space. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I go all the way back to college with Le'Veon Bell. One of the better body transformations I've seen, from a big, thick power back to the guy we see now who can do everything.
And 2 years ago, of course, last year the injury, but 2 years ago over 1,300 yards. I think they think he can top that this year.
I don't think there's any question about it.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Martavis Bryant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Now a play fake here on first down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Giovanni Bernard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense. Still 2nd down.
Dalton gives to Bernard. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And Dalton to throw. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So on fourth down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
On second down, it's Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Offensive starters time. Electric is certainly a word that comes to mind when you talk about Le'Veon Bell.
Love the way that he reshaped his body coming out of college. A bigger, thicker runner while he was at Michigan State. Lost weight, became more of a whippet in the NFL, and now no one can tackle the guy, whether he's running it or catching it.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. Out left side here to Bryant. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Jordan Berry now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. It's taken to the 26. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bengals take possession. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Play action to Bernard. Now McCarron. He's got time in the pocket. Still back there. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And they'll be in search of 11 yards here on third down.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Green with a catch left side. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Bryant has it. And he is out of bounds, getting it just shy of the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They come out here in the eye. Now a first down carry by Bell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Defense doing their job. Really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense. No gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right. The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
10 yards to go on 3rd. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
Brandon, when it comes to quarterback sneaks, Big Ben may be the toughest to bring down in terms of pure strength.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you describe that because...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. This time, Roethlisberger will throw. Dancing to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
McCarron And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it, no one got it. McCarron again here on 2nd and 10. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Well, here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Here's McCarron to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And now it's 4th down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Brown. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And possession will switch here as this offense will come on deep in their own territory. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Now Roethlisberger. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end, and that'll make it 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Now Roethlisberger down around his goal line. It's complete to Brown, right side. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. That's taken it around the 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. The Bengals getting set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
To throw, McCarron on the screen, Bernard. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni Bernard, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Bengals have taken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is, and, of course, the block.
Now a hit and a loose football, and the Bengals grab it, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They come out here in the I. Now Bernard. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prepped for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And, boy, the payoff was good.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. On second down, here's McCarron. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on third and goal. McCarron on third and goal. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. So they're challenging the spot. If you're a coach, you hesitate to throw the flag anytime it's a spot discernment.
You certainly do, because you feel like that's not one you're likely to win, and you may need that challenge flag for later in the game.
After reviewing the call, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Offense.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Complete to Bryant. And he's brought down after a good gain. It's a gain of 21 that time. And it's good enough for a Pittsburgh first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Finding time. Green with a catch left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A pickup there of 36. And that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. To throw again is Roethlisberger. That is incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And it's third and short.
I remember growing up playing basketball. My coaches always talked about communicating on defense, making sure you talk on defense, know where your screens are, know where the cuts are coming from, who has who. Well, guess what? It's the same thing in football. Even though there's more noise out there, you can hear all the screams of screen, screen. This defense, the bench, everyone let them know what the play was, and that's why they were able to react and knock the ball away.
Roethlisberger, he's got his man here. It's Green. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Flush to his right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make this a second down. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
A.J. McCarron looking to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carlos Dunlap in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. And quickly they get to the line. On second down, Roethlisberger. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Now Ben on 3rd and long. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. This is taken at the 15. Spinning past him.
Illegal block in the back. Return team. Automatic first down.
Bernard. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Again, here's Bernard. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a tip. Hey, you. Yeah, you. John, why'd you skip Larry's halftime? I'm just kidding. I don't know who you are. But if you're John, maybe you're pretty freaked out for a second. All right, let's get to the 3rd quarter. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And this one caught by Coates. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Call it a gain of 5. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. On the right side, caught by Green. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. And look at the numbers, a repeat performance. It seems right now it doesn't matter how many guys they're going to put on him, he's going to catch the football.
And when you hit that zone, and that's what he's in right now, where everything is working well for him, and I think it's in combination with what the offense coordinator is doing. He's a primary target. He looks at his play sheet, knows he wants to get him the football, and has designed some routes effective for the last 2 weeks. He's really been fun to watch.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a carry for the veteran. This is D'Angelo Williams. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. This is Bell on the dump-off. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game. And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football? Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game. Well, defensively, you got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point. And he's got his tight end. It's Green for the Steeler touchdown. Ladarius Green, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone. And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
start on the ground here with Bernard. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
And he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. They'll run again with Bernard. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long.
2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. Are we being set up for something big? They've got to be careful. And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. Looking deep for LaFell. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Well, it's obvious to me that the big guy is beyond locked in. We saw last week a scintillating performance. We're seeing it again. I think he and his coordinator are in lockstep right now.
Sometimes a tip of the cap to the guys calling the plays here, yeah?
Not just calling the plays, setting the game plan, sitting with him during the week, watching tape as they formulate it. You know, the best ones, they listen to their guy and say, okay, what do you like this week? You like this play? You don't like that play? And that helps them formulate what they're going to do.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Again, it's Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Wheaton with a catch right side. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up 3rd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game. And I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
1st and 10. Here's A.J. McCarron. And caught right side, Green. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
McCarron now on 1st down. Caught Eifert over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still 1st down.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got time. And he's got the hook up to Brandon LaFell. The 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Brandon LaFell, his first touchdown as a Cincinnati Bengal. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Martavis Bryant and the offense getting set to go again here. And the stats on his game, they really tell the story. A strong start. I don't know that the defense has really changed a whole lot as opposed to maybe just sticking to that game plan and shutting him down now.
I like where you're going with that because normally we talk about adjustments and drastic changes in a game plan in order to shut someone down. But in this...
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 51 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
They go play action here on 1st down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, here's Bell. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1.
Holding. Offense.
And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up. 3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. Escape. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. And Roethlisberger, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
And now a critical extra point attempt here. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. He juked him. Sheds a second man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
And out now, here come the Bengals. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Back to the air on second down. It's McCarron. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football. And you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And the third down pass falls incomplete. Brandon LaFell, the intended receiver. And that brings up fourth down. Here's Kevin Huber now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. This is Bell on the dump off. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Here we go.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Adam Jones. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. This remains a one-point game. The defense did their job. Now the offense here late, they just need to kind of hold on, seal this victory.
And the defense did it so well.
Bernard churning, and he lost the football. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. Second down here. Now a carry for Bernard. And he is going to... And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. A long way to go for the offense here on third down. They'll run it here with Bernard. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Here's Kevin Huber now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Bryant with a catch right side. 12 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Steelers a first down.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Fresh set of downs here. Back to throw. Green's got it over the middle. And some room to maneuver. There goes Green. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And this is going to get out of bounds through the end zone, and that will go as a turnover as the defense will get it at the 20-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. A road win in the National Football